Hello and good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. It's Friday. It's Friday, 12:30 Central European Time, and I'm live again for the AI Guild. This time, I'm live to talk to you about a professional mission statement. So, what is a professional mission statement? Why is it important? How can you do one? We're going to be looking at professional mission statements because they have the potential to move a career. They have the potential to move a career because, well done, they're incredibly powerful for your reader. We're going to be looking at examples for data scientists. So that is what I'm going to focus on today. If you are a data scientist, then this is for you really. If you are in another data role, data analyst, MLOps, computer vision engineer or so, you will be able to apply what I'm talking about today to your mission statement, because a mission statement is a mission statement. So there are some general and generic aspects to it, and they should work for you as well. So let me reiterate one more time for those that have just joined us. A professional mission statement. Today is about examples for scientists and data scientists, and it's about examples for data scientists that you can use on LinkedIn or you can use on your CV. Let's dive right in with an example. Data science manager with 5+ years of hands-on experience as a tech lead. For example, NLP, machine learning, and deep learning. I built data infrastructure from scratch and productionized models within 12 months. After achieving buy-in from management, the company doubled the investment. My experience encompasses startups, consultancy, and corporates. My domain expertise includes marketplaces, manufacturing, procurement, supply chain, and finance. We worked on this mission statement for a little while, and the person that wrote it, the data science manager that kind of got this together, was afterwards hired by one of the three top tech global leading companies. So here you go, the power of a mission statement in an example. If done well, it gets you to yes. So I'm speaking here on behalf of the AI Guild. My name is Chris Armbruster. The AI Guild at the moment is 1,900 specialists in data analytics, data engineering, data science, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision, and MLOps. The AI Guild is a community and a company. We specialize in use cases in production. Our mission is to help practitioners and companies get use cases in production in 3 months or less. Back to that mission statement. So why is it so important? It is so important because it defines a career path. It defines your career path if it is your mission statement. So my recommendation is that you really use a straightforward professional mission statement, as you just saw in the example. This may include providing a forward-looking search statement on your next challenge. So on the one hand, you can have a professional mission statement. On the other hand, if you are actually actively looking for your next challenge and you're using your CV, resume, or LinkedIn profile to help you do that, then the statement should take a twist and have this forward-looking component. This is also to make clear that such a professional mission statement isn't set in stone. It's not like you write it once. It's like you will write it several times over the course of your life. Maybe it's even sensible to do like a yearly review, right? Included in your New Year's review, where you are with your mission statement and what you would like to amend about it. And I think this is so easily doable because your mission statement is like 3-4 sentences max. Better 3 than 4, so it's got to be really short and to the point. And then it's also wise to be specific about the industry, type of company, and role you prefer or you're looking to achieve. Why the specificity? Because of course, one of the really driving things over the next years is specialization in the field. But the other thing is also why be specific is that for your reader, if you are specific, they can connect, they can imagine, they can even realize that it's not them, but they do see what you're specifically talking about. And this is much better than if you stick to generalities. And you know this type of statement, yeah, it becomes obscure. You're wondering what it really means. It's open to interpretation. It's not really quite clear. And this doesn't work. So it's got to be straightforward. In the sense that it's straightforward, it also has to be specific. And it needs to say something about industry, company, role. And then it can be a general career ambition, or if you are actually actively looking for your next challenge, you twist it, tweak it a little bit so that it does specify what you think that next challenge is. Here's example number 2. I'm a data scientist with 5+ years of experience in Python and data analytics in structural biology and biophysics. So you see, this is somebody doing a career change. I focus on AI-driven protein science and drug discovery. From September 20 something, I'm looking for a new challenge in biotech and pharma in Berlin or remote. I just spoke about the fact that you can twist it so that it's forward looking, and then you still need to be specific. So the specificity here comes in specifying that you have years of experience in Python and data analytics, right? So it really sets, in terms of what's my dominant language and what's my dominant role, Python and data analytics, it's clear. It also specifies your background and says, I come out of biology and biophysics. Even more specific, protein science and drug discovery. Now, there will be lots of companies in biotech and pharma that can relate to this. Lots of hiring managers will be looking at this and thinking, okay, so this guy really knows what he's doing. Not only does he come out of the field, he's also got these 5 years of experience in Python, and he has already looked on AI-driven protein science. So that's really cool. And then, for the hiring manager to say, to make a decision, do I want to talk to this person? From September 20 something, I'm looking for a new challenge in biotech and pharma in Berlin or remote. So this is also really clear, right? You can talk to me if I'm in Berlin. You can talk to me if you're somewhere else, and you can offer me a remote engagement. I'm looking in the autumn of this year, and there you go, packed in 3 sentences. Well, actually, let me just look at that again. Yes, exactly 3 sentences. Just a few words. You have this mission statement that says who you are professionally and where you're going, and makes it interesting for the other side to actually start a conversation. Example number 3. I'm a data scientist with a PhD in political science and 5+ years of R in statistics. I enjoy data wrangling and feature engineering. I am actively looking for a new role in a consultancy or a startup. My domain expertise is relevant to digital marketing and customer insights. So again, 3 sentences, just a few words. Now, who you are professionally here is more a data scientist rather than a data analyst or an ML engineer. It also specifies the background in political science. It again makes clear that this is a career switcher. It mentions the statistics. Yeah, so that goes well with data science. Then it also says, I have practical experience with data wrangling and feature engineering. So this is, the version of I can get my hands dirty. I know how to get my hands dirty. And if I get my hands dirty, I am successful. And then again, I'm actively looking for a new role. And now it's a consultancy or a startup. So this is rather a type of company than a specific industry. But okay, because in the next sentence it says, my domain expertise is relevant to digital marketing and customer insights. Yeah, so it also shows within a company. And indeed, put like this, if your domain expertise is in marketing and customer insights, there are actually lots of customers to whom this is relevant. And if you don't yet have a lot of prior industry domain expertise, then this is a cool way of putting it. Okay, this was example number 3. This is also the moment for me to kind of wrap this up, put this together before giving you example 4, 5, and 6. And it is also exactly the moment for you to please use the commentary or chat function, if you like, on LinkedIn or YouTube where we're streaming. And if you are listening to this and you have a question or a comment or something you would like to know, or any other way in which might be helpful to you, please let me know now. This is exactly the right moment to ask your questions or leave your comments. So why am I doing this? Why am I sitting here and talking to you? Because something that we've learned from our 1,900 AI Guild members and working with them also on their career advancement is that when you're talking to other people, and this is also true inside the company you're already working, right? When you're talking to hiring managers, senior managers, promotion committees, just as much as when you're looking for your next role and you're talking to recruiters or hiring managers and so on, there's a way in which you want to start the conversation. There's a way in which you want them to understand relatively quickly who you are and where you're going. And you actually also do need to do that. So if you step into the shoes of your reader or your interlocutor, so the person that you're wanting to talk to, everybody is short of time always. And everybody would like to understand quickly, rapidly, what this is about, why they should be interested, and where this might go. So not just the hook. So the hook is, so to speak, right? The hook is that you say that you have a particular kind of expertise, but a hook with a sense of direction, yeah. So that one knows how to engage further in the conversation. And this is the power of a mission statement. I like to think of it as getting to yes in just 3 sentences. And getting to yes in just 3 sentences, if you then craft your mission statement, and actually you make sure that it's just 3 sentences. And by the way, 3 sentences means 30 words. Yeah, it's not more. A sentence with more than 10 words becomes hard to read. So you have like 30 words, 3 sentences. If you really make the effort to nail it, to boil it down to those 30 words, and then you read them out to yourself, you will see that you're done in less than a minute. And a reader, when reading this silently, is done in half a minute. And this is really great. Yeah, this is fast. It contains the hook, it contains the direction, and it allows you thereby to get to yes in under a minute with just 3 sentences. Now, the yes isn't, so to speak, you've won the lottery. But the yes is, I'm listening to you. Or the yes is, I'm willing to interview you. Or the yes is, yes, I'm willing to look at your career path and your opportunities for promotion, your salary, and a few other things, because I buy into this mission statement. And by the way, this is great that you have such a clear focus. I'm clear about who you are and what you do. And I can also tell somebody else, I can just use your mission statement with a third person, and they will also get it really, really fast. Okay. So this is another part of it. So you write the mission statement, of course, for yourself. You write the mission statement for the immediate people around you that you want to talk to, your senior manager, the hiring manager, the recruiter. But you also write it for them to use with other people. So if you're working in a company that has a promotion committee, you may have a promoter. You're up for a review, you're up for promotion, and you have a promoter. And it's that person's job to advocate for you. So she's your senior manager, and she knows you quite well, and you get along, and she actually really thinks, okay, then she still needs to make the case with that promotion committee. Okay, again, how is the best way you can help her? With this type of opening line that is this mission statement that allows the other people that she's talking to also understand where you're coming from and where you're going really, really fast. Apart from the fact that if you do this well, she has all the reason, to be proud of you and to actually advocate to the other people in the promotion committee for you. And that obviously helps your case a lot. So it's hard to my mind, actually, it's really hard to overstate the power of a mission statement. Example number 4. Data scientists with 2 years of industry experience, including software development and deploying data pipelines on the cloud. I hold a PhD in theoretical physics and have been a Python developer for 5 years. For example, high dimensional datasets, feature engineering, and visualizations. I'm actively looking for a new tech finance or pharma challenge, preferably in Berlin or Germany. So this is somebody who's already been in industry, who would, if they were staying with the company, be up for promotion perhaps to senior data scientist, but who's at that point decided to find the senior data scientist challenge somewhere else, and therefore again has written a profile statement with the intention of making clear where they're looking for the next challenge. And you again see all the elements. Now, please don't think that this is a formula. So you can't be formulaic about it. The moment you try to be formulaic about it and just think, oh, I just need to put some words, the moment this is not you, the moment it will become too generic, the moment your reader will probably hesitate. So it has to come from the heart. Yeah. And you can check whether yours is coming from the heart by talking to three friends around you. Maybe what you do is you basically write it and then you message them with it, and you ask them to respond to it. If the three people around you get it, and if the three people around you get it to the point that they say, ah, yeah, I get it, I think this is who you are professionally, then you're on the right track. If you are getting feedback that sort of says, not quite sure, what do you mean, that means you probably haven't nailed it, and perhaps it's not coming from the heart, it's still too generic. So this is a bit of work. Now, this doesn't take 3 months. We're talking more like 3 hours spread over several days in which you have to sit down and keep repeating this and, wordsmith it. So it's a bit of a, even though I'm quite sure about the parameters of this, yeah, you have 3 sentences, you have 30 words and so on and so on. There is still an element of craft to it. It's still very personal, and you need to make it work for yourself and also the people that you're addressing it to. So it's not a formula, it's a statement. It's your professional mission statement. Now, not yet out, coming out on November 28th, but you can use this link to preview the publication. You can use this because we've kind of collected these, so they're available, and you can use them. And I'm just going to post them here in the chat so that some people can see that there's a preview. I'm going to do this probably twice, so once it's going out on YouTube in a minute, I'll post it to LinkedIn. So I've written this up, or we have written this up for you. So to give you examples, memorable examples that you can look at and use for inspiration, that you can help to draft your own. You then go back and read yours in comparison to those, and so on. So mission and profile statements for the data scientist is coming out in 10 days on the AI Guild Medium publication, medium.com, which is called Fluent in Data. Okay. Here comes example number 5. So example number 5 is, let me read that to you in a minute. Sorry, now we've posted it twice. I'm a data scientist with a PhD, 20-something, focused on regularization theory, or English language, and optimization. I have 4+ years of experience in data processing and modeling. I'm looking for a new challenge in Barcelona, Madrid, or Lisbon from October something, preferably in a leading business team mitigating climate change and reducing the carbon footprint. Okay, so you see here that you can sometimes specify an industry. I want to be in pharma, or sometimes you can be specifying a domain, marketing and customer insights. But sometimes your professional mission can actually be a lot wider. So mitigating climate change and reducing the carbon footprint. Actually, something we all should be doing very much over the next few years if we want this planet to remain habitable. So great that this person is doing it. I actually happen to know that they did their PhD in Germany, but as a next step for private and personal reasons, they were kind of looking to relocate. And it says here Barcelona, Madrid, or Lisbon, so it's got to be one of those. The rationale behind this was it's got to be one of the top 3 tech cities on the Iberian Peninsula. That was the idea. And then actually it also says leading business team mitigating climate change. So he's kind of saying, I want to work with people that are already working on this. I don't want to be a new team or the new person or the alibi person or something like this doing it. I want to find a business that has a track record of already doing something with mitigating climate change. This could be a startup that is actually dedicated to doing things around climate change as such and mitigating it and reducing carbon footprint. These startups now increasingly exist. Or it could be an established but larger business that has actually a business unit that really is looking at reducing the carbon footprint and has been doing this for a little while. Now, when you are changing your careers and starting out, I think this is highly sensible. So you're changing careers, and that in itself is a challenge and a great learning experience. And you then really benefit from having people around you that are not doing this for the first time like you are. So finding an established team is great. And I also like here the twist that he decided that it was going to be a leading business team, even though he's a data scientist. So he's trying to get together the notion of mitigating climate change and reducing the carbon footprint with business outcomes, yeah, with it being sensible for the bottom line of a company, which I think is what a company needs to see to really get behind climate change. So they actually need to figure out how this improves their bottom line. So I very much like this statement, as I actually also like the others, and I think they work really well. And I also happen to know that in this instance, the desired outcome was achieved. Next example. As a principal data scientist, so now we're talking somebody really senior in the field, okay? Principal data scientist. These are people that have 5, 7, possibly 10 years of experience. So principal data scientist, to my mind, is in a technical career path, the highest position you can get to. The principal data scientist is the leading data scientist or one of the leading data scientists in any company. As a principal data scientist, I realized the business value proposition for the top 500 global manufacturers in automotive and agriculture, United States and France. I innovate from problem discovery to solution delivery. And here comes the proof: 4 patents, 3 trade secrets. For example, the first automatic CAD assembly for frequently used components, CAD, computer aided design, so computer aided design assembly for frequently used components, and automated visual engineering drawing checker. Hard to understand, perhaps, if you're not in the industry. So we're talking automotive and agriculture. So we're talking machines. We're talking cars or huge agricultural machines or trucks, or other such vehicles that move. Okay, this is an engineering feat, and it's an engineering feat because you need to build the vehicle, and then it needs to have an engine, and then it needs to have a few other things before it can move and perform its function. And this is engineering, and the engineering always needs to be drawn, right? So there's lots of design work that goes into it, then lots of engineering checking work, and then validation work that goes into it before you can, and so on. And then of course everybody's doing this with computer aided design. And then what he did here was he actually pioneered the first automatic visual checker for this type of work. For 5+ years, I've had line management responsibility. So he's a principal data scientist that isn't just a lone specialist. He's actually also a line manager to senior data scientists and junior data scientists, so to a team. So again, as a principal data scientist, I think this kind of pretty much clarifies your clout, who you are, what you've already achieved, shows your track record, shows the industry that you're in. Also makes you even more interesting by saying, I know how to handle line management. I know how to lead a team where I have the disciplinary responsibility. So I think this is another great example. And then, hello, George. Yes, I see your question. Yes, I would have this on the LinkedIn profile. Precisely. And then on the LinkedIn profile, this goes in your About section. So it goes on the top of your LinkedIn profile because it's in the About section, just like it is on your CV at the very top, always. It's what people want to see and read first. And notice, for example, then it says here principal data scientist. Then on my LinkedIn profile, if it were my profile, it would just say principal data scientist, automotive, agriculture. That's all I would. What I wouldn't do on my LinkedIn profile is succumb to this idea that I need to do keyword optimization for the search engine by saying data scientist, data analyst, ML engineer, computer vision engineer, and so on and so on. Because while it's great for the search engine and you may think, oh, I've covered all my bases, it is actually vague again. So who are you now? Are you an ML engineer or a data scientist or what? So on the LinkedIn profile, at the top, under your name, be specific. Name one role, max 2. And if you are already a senior, lead, principal, you name just that role. So principal data scientist, automotive, agriculture. And then the About section is this professional mission statement. That's how I would do it on LinkedIn. And my CV would be absolutely aligned with this kind of presentation. Final example for today, also because our time is up. Data scientist with a PhD in computational neurobiology and 5 years of experience in modeling, simulation, and analytics with Python, R, and SQL. So the complete package. I code fast and clean. This is also interesting for hiring managers. that are looking to productionize all of this stuff and actually need people that are confident in coding the stuff and getting it into production. I enjoy putting models into functional pipelines and making them reusable. There you go, proof of the pudding. I'm actively looking for a new challenge in Germany, preferably in a company with a team utilizing a reliable data infrastructure. So it also qualifies it. It says, I really have those years of experience with modeling and the pipelines. So I actually need the team that I'm working with to already have a reliable data infrastructure. And I think this is entirely legitimate. Maybe you don't want to build it, you want to build on top of it, right? So it's got to be there. Okay, this wraps it up for today. Our 25 minutes are up. As a final reminder, on medium.com, you can find a publication called Fluent in Data that is done by the AI Guild. And actually, we have a new piece out every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Central European time. So there's some useful piece of information in there in you that looks at data careers, that works from experience, that really looks at so one, there's general data on this, and yes, we know that we need much more people, and at the moment there are perhaps too many talents and so on, and talents are overqualified. So all of these general observations, yes, are true, but the way the AI Guild does it on this Medium publication, we do it bottom up. We work from the experience. We're aware of the broader picture, but we want to show you an example of how it works better. So, and this is on purpose. We want you to learn from those examples and be inspired and make your own career path better. And then the final thing for today is, if you're joining us and you're not yet an AI Guild member, you can find us, please, on the AI Guild LinkedIn page, to which this event is linked on the LinkedIn page. And you can see here, you can join as a member via the sign up below. So to sign up, you actually then need to find the website at theguild.ai. And there you can, within 2 minutes, quickly fill in an application form. We do require you to take an application form, because if people are not really in the field and are not, therefore would not be contributing to the community, we won't accept the application. But if you are a practitioner in product, in tech, in business, if you are a practitioner that has something to do with data, you're welcome as a member. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for being here. I hope it's been useful. Next Friday, by the way, we're doing a special event. The special event next Friday is Science to Data Science. So this will be specifically for people looking to transition from academia to a data career. And then in 2 weeks from now, at the beginning of December, I will be back with a straightforward career development stuff. This time we'll be looking at technical profiles. And again, the data scientists. So technical profiles for data scientists, how to show them on LinkedIn or your CV, how to use them for promotion, for looking for a job change, and some such. Thank you, and goodbye for now. Enjoy your Friday.